I'm a walking, living legend, ain't no doubt about it. Stack my money to the sky, I'm just grinding out here. I'm a walking, living legend, ain't no doubt about it. All my faith is in God, that's the reason why I'm here. I'm a walking, living legend, ain't no doubt about it. No doubt about it, said ain't no doubt about it. I'm a walking, living legend, ain't no doubt about it. No doubt about it, said ain't no doubt about it.
Hey y'all, hey, I'm sitting here for another episode of Made in America. In today's interview, I'm sitting down with Miss Kaila Perkins, who I'm really excited to bring on the show. She has got so much fitness knowledge that she's getting ready to blow your mind and teach you how to live and eat healthy. With her new business venture, I'm super excited for her to share all that she has going on. You know, just following her and watching all the stuff she's doing with her fitness goals and with her line. I'm excited for her. I don't know if she's excited, but we're going to bring her on and let her talk to you about what she's doing. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce her. This is Kaila Perkins. And can you just share a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Hi guys, my name is Kaila. So let me share a little bit about myself. So through the day, I actually work at McDonald's. I'm a manager there. But on my free time, my passion is fitness. I currently am a certified personal trainer through NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine. And I also do group fitness instructing through, I teach MOSA, which is Group Power, and I teach at Go Workout and Powerhouse in East Lansing, which is local in my area. And I also am working with a clothing brand locally. They're a cruise control team, and they're working on a line, fitness line for an everyday lifestyle line to provide for people who go to the gym or just in their everyday lifestyle. I'm an ambassador through them, and their line will be launching soon, which I'm really excited to be a part of. So that's a little bit about me, a busy bee.
And just like, I know she didn't mention it, but she's super young, you guys. Like, she has so many accomplishments at such a young age. So it's awesome to see, like, the younger generation really just taking life and going, you know what, I'm about to do everything I can and make, you know, a name for myself and also help other people. So you should be really excited to know. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Stop playing. I can tell you what I was doing at 23, and it was not trying to build a business. So, you know, you share that you are a fitness coach. And, you know, how did you get into this, you know, fitness coach thing? What was the, like, I want to do that?
Oh, wow. I get this question a lot. And so I was in a place in my life where I wasn't really comfortable with my body. I wasn't really, I guess, fit per se. I was really active in high school, but after I got out of high school, you know, kind of life kind of falls on you when you start being an adult. So I gained weight. I wasn't really active anymore. And one day I just kind of woke up and I was like, I need to change. Like, you know, I was getting up there in them size pants, like hitting those because I'm a small girl. So once I started hitting them double digits in pants, I was like, okay, girl, you need to, you know, do something about yourself. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So I started going to the gym, and it was more for me to have my free time and just work on myself, listen to my personal development. I didn't really have a hobby. So I was like, you know, let's go to the gym and just, you know, have your you time. And then it ended up turning into something that I actually really enjoyed. I started working out more, and it was just, you know, my getaway from the real world, just having my own process throughout my day. And then I end up losing weight, feeling confident about myself. My clothes were fitting right. I was like, okay, Kaila, girl, I see you looking, you know, looking like a snack. And I was like, you know, me, how I feel when I work out and, you know, changing those little things throughout my life. I was like, you know, this is what I want to share with other people. I want other people to feel confident in their own skin and know that, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, feel how you want to feel, you know, look how you want to look if you want to put the effort in, you know. So I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to help people change their life and feel good about themselves, just like when I took the opportunity to work out and, do something for me, how it changed my life.
Oh, that's good. Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure nowadays, from society, from other people, even from work, for people to look a certain way?
Yeah, it's a lot of society pressures. You go on TV, listen to the radio shows, like, how they want their women to look. And, it's a lot of just not even just women, it's men too. Like, there's a lot of society pressures, not just on the way you look, but how you're supposed to act, what you're supposed to be doing with your life at a certain age. There's so many different pressures, and it's really overwhelming with the social pressures you have, especially the new generation. We're getting more technology-based, more advancements in society. So, you kind of are trying to adapt to the new age. You know what I mean? So.
Definitely. And I think I especially hear this from a lot of, in any age, but especially from young girls, if they want to look a certain way or like a certain person. And I'm like,
yeah.
I want to just reach out and be like, be comfortable with who you are.
And if you want to change something, like, you should change it because you want to change it, not because someone tells you you need to look a certain way. You need to do what's best for you, what makes you happy. And, regardless of what stage you are in, like, be confident in your own skin and, feel beautiful. Like, you are you and there's no one else like you. So regardless if you're not where you want to be, you still have to take in those, small goals, small accomplishments. You got to hype yourself up. You got to be your own hype man,
I'm such an advocate for that. Yes, you definitely have to, kind of dispel those negative thoughts from society at times and kind of put in the positivity. And we're big proponents of that here on the show. So I'm glad that you touched on that. Can you talk about, what your mantra is? What's your motto that you kind of live by? Like, how do you get through your day? How do you get to the next day?
That is a great question. So I try to, me personally, try to be positive. Because if you start your day out positive, usually everything falls in line. And when you're so busy focusing on the negative things, it will consume you. And it's sometimes easier to be negative, but it's harder to be positive sometimes because you see all the things that are not going right in your life. And I think that's why me being a fitness coach and doing business with this clothing brand, their motto is basically, feeling motivated, basically being you in your lifestyle, your everyday routine. And, just embracing being you and being confident and being empowered. And, we're all have something to offer in this world. And, for me, it's just, I know my gift is in fitness and, making people feel great about themselves. And that's why I love this company that I'm working for, Cruise Control Fitness, is because, our models line up. We want people to feel confident about themselves, feel good in the clothes that they're in, how they look, regardless of, what they do on their everyday. Like, I work at McDonald's, and, you wouldn't think that I would be a personal trainer outside of work. You never know who
right.
does what, what they're doing with their life, or, what's their passion. So you can never judge a book by, where they work at or, what they do, because you never know.
And I love how, what you're telling me with the clothing line, how it will help people, because, think of it, sometimes maybe you're not the ideal weight that you want to be.
And that's okay.
Yes, but having something that you can throw on that's comfortable, that looks good, helps also with that confidence, while you're going through that transition.
Yeah, and then, there's a lot of brands out there that, they kind of just gear towards the people that are just fit and, that's their everyday life, athletes, and you shouldn't have to feel like, okay, well, I can't buy any of these clothes.
Right, as I'm not fit.
I'm not fit, I'm not there yet. And, with this brand, it creates something that you can feel good in, walking your dog down the street, being able to move, being able to bend down and squat and feel comfortable knowing that, you're your underwear is not going to show, or,
Right.
You have flexibility, you don't have to do the jiggle dance when you throw your pants on, and it's form-fitting and you feel comfortable, when you buy clothes, you want to feel confident in it, regardless if it's going out or business casual or, your PJs. You want to feel comfortable in what you're wearing.
This is true. That's why I end up putting on my husband's clothes. He's like,
Yep.
stop wearing my stuff.
So that's why I just love this brand, because it's made for average people, any size, any shape. They're right now they're testing pilots. They have pilot that you can also purchase on Amazon, but they really care about the people. They are trying to get the brand right, the
So
clothing
this is
right.
this is new. This is not something that's been
It hasn't
around.
even launched yet, which
Okay.
I'm really excited to be a part.
That's
because
awesome.
They're having people try out the clothes to see how they feel in it, making improvements, giving it to people at a discounted price so they can get that review right now, so they can make this brand as great as it can be. And that's why I appreciate it so much. And then when it launches, some of the proceeds are going to go to people in need in Africa.
So you're not only making a contribution to your local community, you're also helping the world.
Yes.
Seriously, you just told me that this is now going to help people in Africa.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And that's why when I wanted to be a personal trainer or help, I wanted to do something for my own community, my own area, because in Lansing, we don't really have that much here. We're the East Lansing home of MSU, and, Capital, but Detroit. But, you don't really hear anything too
About
much
Lansing.
about Lansing. And, when I started doing fitness, I told myself, I'm not going to forget where I came from. And, I've been in Lansing for a majority of my life, so I wanted to invest myself into where I came from.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I mean, I love hearing this, and it sounds like you have a plan. Do you have any tips for anyone who maybe doesn't know what they want to do or have an idea but doesn't feel comfortable throwing themselves out there?
Go with your heart. And sometimes just being scared of putting yourself out there is okay, but you never know until you try. Because I was scared of putting myself out there and actually exploring what I like to do, and scared of what other people think, or I was just intimidated because of my age, and there's people out there that's been doing it longer than me, or so successful. You can't really compare yourself to other people. People grow at different rates, go at different paces, so you may not find what you are looking to do now, but you still have time. Some people don't find their lifelong dreams until they hit 60, 70, 80,
Right.
You have
You got to have a little bit of life to get the
Yeah,
lifelong dream.
Exactly. And then, sometimes you don't know what you want, and that's okay. I didn't know what I wanted. It just kind of fell out of nowhere. I just kind of fell in love with it. Sometimes when you fall in love with things, you never know where it's going to hit you from. So I guess my advice would be patient. Don't be scared to try new things. Don't be scared to put yourself out there, because you don't know whose life you're going to touch by being scared of being you.
And don't be afraid to fail. You have to trust the process. Sometimes when you fail, things go really well. The first time I tried to get out there and do anything and speak, I tell this story all the time, I literally threw up in front of everyone. I ran out of there to the bathroom to throw up. And now it's if I have an event or I have to go speak, I'm like, cool, when am I going? I don't even think about throwing up. But there was that girl that was super afraid to get up there and say anything and be in front. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we super encourage you all. If you have a dream, go for it. If you want to figure out how to do it, then you need to align yourself with somebody who knows how to do it. And as I always say, your best person to go to, ask God. God can give you the direction, the wisdom, the strategy. He'll tell you how to do it, where to go. His word is so true. So I'm always going to say ask him first, but definitely he'll put the people in your life that need to be in your life to help you move towards the direction you're trying to go in.
Yep, and you never know who you're going to need, because they come out of different places. Because when I first started doing fitness stuff, and wanting to pursue being a personal trainer. Like I've got told no so many times,
Oh,
and
wow.
not even that. Like, just looking at me of how young I am, they just like, oh, it's just, this is just a little girl. Like, she doesn't really know what she's doing. So
That surprises me. Like, when I see, I don't know if anybody else that's listening has been on her Instagram yet, but if not, you need to go on there. I watched the videos and, the different, like, moves that you're showing off to people. You have so much strength. I'm like, does she always have that strength? Because I've known her since she was little, and I didn't know that kind of power came out of her.
Looks is deceiving. I'm actually stronger than what I look. But yeah, when I first started doing it, I got told no. Like, I tried to apply to certain gyms to just like get in there, and they're just like, oh, well, you don't have a certification. Like, we don't accept this. Because I only had group fitness experience.
Okay.
And then I met networking systems, and it's like, okay, like, we'll help you out. And like, they took me under their wing, and I was able to get my foot in the door. And then now all these doors are starting to open up because, even though people told me no, and I failed a couple times.
Okay, I don't mean to stop. I want you to go into, just tell me about that a little bit more. Like, was it scary for you to go ask people? Like, you just went?
I was scared. Yeah, of course I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really know anyone there's not a lot of people that's my age that are like, hey, I want to do personal training.
Wow.
I want to do fitness. You don't really hear anyone say, I want to do fitness in this area in general. It's just not you would hear it more in California, Florida, because they're hot areas.
Okay.
You need to look good, that's
The
stigma.
standard, yeah.
You're supposed to look good in the summer, so it's summer year round, so you're going to look good.
You have to look good. I've heard that I have my coworker, he just moved here from Cali, and he's like, yeah, everybody wakes up in their, like, makeup. Like, they wake up, it's just ready to go, perfect.
Here, it's cold. Like, and it's not...
It's snuggle weather. It's cuddle up, put some pounds on.
It's not... It's just, in general, it's not an area where fitness is high. So you don't hear people that's saying, no, I want to do fitness a lot.
And even our former First Lady was very big on fitness and, getting out there and being active. And I think it's something that's, like, missing with our new generation. It's like, oh, we're behind a computer, we're behind a screen, 8 hours or more a day, and we forget about taking care of our bodies.
Yeah, because, a lot of people don't go outside really anymore. Like, when I was a kid, we played outside.
All day long.
All day long until, ride our bikes, and then, you make sure you come home before those street lights come on.
Yep.
Because if you riding your bike and no street lights come on, you ain't at that front door, girl. My parents was like, so where you were at? These street lights are on. Where you at?
And I think it's so important, like you mentioned, just the healthy initiative all together. Being healthy, being fit, being active. And you mentioned it earlier, self-care. Like, that was the reason why you started. Self-care is so important. You can't be effective. So it doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want to be an engineer, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a dog walker, you can't do that if you're not taking care of yourself.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that you need to be in a relationship, or, you need someone to figure out your own self-worth. And, you can't offer things to people if you're not taking care of yourself. You don't love yourself. You don't feel confident in yourself, because all those insecurities, all those negative thoughts, those can transfer to other people. So, you need to make sure you're taking care of you and doing what you need to do to make sure you feel happy and content in life, because no one's going to take care of you like you take care of yourself.
That's true. That's so the truth. Okay, so tell us how we can get a hold of you. Like, if we want to follow you, how can we stalk you?
Okay, girl. So you guys can follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is free to everyone. It's at Coach Perky Fitness. So it's Perky is Perky. And then if you want to follow my clothing brand that I'm affiliated with, it's Cruise Control Team. It's Cruz, C-R-U-Z. You can follow them. Their brand is going to be launching soon, and it's for everyone. They're coming out with a men's line. They're coming out with a women line. They're coming out with a line for security, like when you're walking your dogs or running. They're having like safety features to them. For example, a whistle on like a sweatshirt. So when you're not access to your phone all the time, you still have a safety mechanism for when you're by yourself and you might need help, which is nice. So Cruise Control Fitness, stalk me on my Instagram at Coach Perky Fitness. Give me a shout out that you heard this podcast.
All right, everyone. And then also we'll be posting the links as usual in the bio. And if you happen to get on here later or download this after the link has expired, they will still be available on the Facebook page at Made in America, just on Facebook. So there's not any other Made in America the way that I spell it so far. So I'm not competing with anybody. So that's Amerika, and you should be able to find that with no problem. Do you have anything else you want to add today? Like anything else special that we should know before I let you go? Thank you for coming on in your time. I know you are the busiest 24? 23. I gave her a year.
February, Aquarius, woot woot.
The busiest 24-year-old that I know.
It's, I guess, follow your dreams. Don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You got so much to offer the world. And, try to stay positive, and especially in this negative world we're living in right now. We need people like you guys to share your love, share your support. We need each other more than anything. So don't be afraid to be you and put yourself out there, because you don't know who's going to need a special person like you.
Awesome. I love it. I love all the positivity. So again, I'm going to tell you this now. Go follow her. Her page is awesome. Her page is like super motivational, and there's tons of little fitness ideas, tips, and tricks that you can get off of there. I know sometimes I look like I'm going to try that. I try it in my mind, but I'm going to try it for real.
Try it. Come follow me. If you guys need any advice or tips or tricks, don't hesitate to just shoot me a message. I usually respond to everyone, or try to, so don't get offended.
And if you're in the Lansing area and you're looking for a personal trainer,
come find me. I'm going to be taking clients, and I'm also going to be taking clients online. So if you're not local, I can still take you.
Awesome. It's another little thing I did not know. I'm learning all kinds of new stuff on this podcast today. All right, you guys, we're going to let you go for now, but please join us again anytime. Download, share, relink. You know what to do.